Hey, I'm Paula, and today I'm showing you this creative upcycle DIY gift idea. The idea is basically turning a drink carton into a little mailbox where you can put.
Mini little special letters for the gift recipient.
So, the first thing I'm going to do here is kind of draw with a marker the shape for my mailbox and get an idea of how much of my carton I'm going to have to cut. It's supposed to be really simple. You just leave 3 short sides of the carton to create the mailbox and then leave the last side longer so that side will go over and create that kind of semicircle dome shape that the mailbox has. So of course I start cutting my carton and removing all of the material I don't need, and while I start doing that I notice this carton that I supposedly have washed still dirty inside. It's ew. I have to go and wash it and dry it. Once that's washed properly and dried properly, I can take that flap as I told you and put it on top, and I'm gonna go ahead and draw the slot through which the mail would go here so I can cut it before gluing all of this down. Now the way I decided to do this was to glue the big flap down first and then the sides so I wouldn't have to cut the semicircles precisely. And I don't know why I messed this up, but I think maybe too little glue. I don't know, maybe it wasn't warm enough, maybe just me being impatient. But once I cut around the semicircle, I didn't have a clean joint. I had a lot of gaps, so I just decided to close those up with some masking tape and, just fix that. But now that I'm looking back at it and editing, I could have done a much better job of patching things up with the masking tape. Like I could have cut it with scissors and the same size so that my surface would be more even and nice. But that's what I did, and the way I fixed it then was with some modeling paste, and I covered my whole mailbox with that paste. And I did it with the Knoll brush so that it would create kind of like a new texture on it and cover as much as I could all of the mess that I made with the glue and the masking tape. I gave the whole box a good covering, let it dry, and once it was dry it was still looking kind of wonky, so I gave it a layer with a little bit of texturing paste and a lot of white paint. And that's a little bit better. There's still a lot of things, but I think for their purpose it's gonna be okay. So on to the next step, which was to paint my mailbox in a solid color, and I chose this kind of purplish blue just because I thought it was fun. And as that layer dried, I decided to start on the decorations for my mailbox, and this one is gonna be for a birthday gift. You can let me know if you would use it for something else, like Valentine's Day or Mother's Day. I think it would work for any occasion, but this one I'm making for a birthday. And as soon as I started doing my little sign, I messed it up, so I just made a second one, which I then cut and glued on top of some colorful cardstock. I then grabbed some more cardstock and cut a bunch of little stars to use as decoration also. And once I had all of that, I just glued it in place and added more interest to my design by drawing in more stars with my Posca markers. I also did a bunch of dots and just kept it as happy as I could. I went all around my mailbox because I really wanted it to look very festive. Now I'm completely done with my mailbox and it's time to work on my letters. And I'm using chocolate. And this is the part where I'm being creative and making my version of this little mailbox different. By instead of just putting little letters in it, I'm making chocolate wrappers that look like letters so you can keep the little cards or messages, but you also get to enjoy some delicious chocolate. I did figure out that the wrapping for these Hershey Minis is about 3 inches long, so I just went ahead and cut all of those rectangles and started drawing on them different ideas for letters or postcards or whatever would go in the mail. I have such a sweet tooth that, if there's a gift, it has to involve chocolate. And I thought this would be a creative and cute idea to give some chocolates to someone special in your life. Once I finished with all of my letters, I wrapped my little chocolate, glued the wrappers in place, and I just filled my mailbox with all of this goodness. And here is the final result. Let me know what you think. I think this is a wonderful DIY upcycled gift. You can make it with stuff you have at home. It's really easy to get chocolates and it's very versatile. You can use it for so many occasions. As I'm editing this, I'm thinking this would be great for Mother's Day, that it's just around the corner. Tell me who you would give it to and what colors of, or what would you do with it? I'm super curious to know if you like the idea and how you would make it yours. If you like this creative idea, don't forget to subscribe or like for more. Have a wonderful day. Bye.